I have way too many chairs. All right, let's just move on. Let's go. What's up, everybody? If this is your first time here, my name is Aeron, and welcome to Ahnestly. I review tech products as well as general home office stuff, including chairs. I've reviewed a ton of different chairs, and this is going to be my first of many buying guide for chairs. And I say first of many because obviously as I test more chairs, this list will get updated. So make sure you guys get subscribed for future updates. And I have a ton of different chairs coming in. For example, Herman is sending over all their gaming chairs. Super psyched about that. I just picked up all the gaming chairs from IKEA as well, which ironically with delivery cost less than a single Herman gaming chair. So there is that. And I've got a couple other chairs on the way, such as the Duo Rest Alpha and the Capisco Hag. So if you guys want to see in-depth reviews on any of those, make sure you guys get subscribed. Okay, so the way this is gonna work is that instead of saying like, this is my favorite chair at this price point, that's not gonna work here because you guys are not like me. Many of you guys are sexier than me. Some of you guys struggling a little bit, okay? Totally kidding, just kidding, just kidding. But you guys are not like me. You're not my build, you're not my height, you're not my weight. And so instead of that, I'm gonna show you guys, these are my recommendations if you're shorter in the budget, the mid-tier, and the I'm Rich Biotch category. I'm Rich Biotch! Same with the taller folks, it's gonna be my recommendations in the budget, the mid-tier, and the money is no issue. And then if you guys are looking for a gaming chair, meaning a typical bucket racing style chair, I'm gonna give recommendations for that, for both for shorter and taller folks. With that being said, guys, let's get honest. My definition for shorter is gonna be 5'9" and below, except for when we get to the gaming chairs part. I'm gonna redefine it a little bit. I'll explain why then. Anyways, so if you're 5'9" and below, my budget pick for you guys is going to be this chair on my left, the Staples Hyken. This chair has a bit of a cult following, and it's, I think, the only chair in this group that I haven't done an in-depth review on. But this chair here is pretty darn good, especially considering its price point. The mesh is a little bit looser than I'd like, and the chair is definitely smaller. Like, you really feel how small it is compared to these other chairs here. But in terms of what you get, you just can't beat the price. The lumbar is solid. The functions are pretty basic and pretty rattly and very plasticky. But again, for the price point, it's really, really good. Now, when we get to the mid-tier, small people or shorter people rejoice because you have a lot of different options. My overall recommendation is going to be the Herman Aeron Classic Used. And the reason why I picked this is because it was the first chair that solved my back issues. And it also has mesh, which I am definitely biased towards because I love having breathability in my chairs. Some of you guys commented that, hey, you're fat, so of course you want breathability. Even when I was skinny, guys, I love the Aeron. That's when I first found the Aeron, okay? All right, so enough of that, all right? So this here is paired with the Atlas headrest. This here is the fabric one, but Atlas headrest is the only brand that does a 1-to-1 match of the fabric or of the mesh and the plastic colors for the Aeron. So make sure you guys check it out. If you use my link and code, you get $5 off. So this chair here is gonna be a little bit limited because you have to either buy it on Amazon for a little premium or go out and check it out. But it's always good to do because you always wanna test a chair as much as you can before you buy it. So yeah, full review on how to buy one used as well as why I love it. I'll link it all down below. Okay, other mid-tier options are going to be the following. This back here, and I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, guys. I just don't have enough space. The other mid-tier chair option, but this is only if you are on the skinnier end, which I'm gonna recommend that you be 155 to 160 pounds or lighter, is the Secret Lab Neue. This is, you just can't beat the features of this chair. It is the ultimate hybrid chair, and it would be my #1 pick of a hybrid chair if it didn't have as saggy of a mesh. The mesh is definitely higher quality than the Hyken, but the sag is about the same, and it's a little bit worrisome if you're heavier. If you're lighter, it shouldn't be that much of an issue. But again, not for the heavy folks. But the reason why I love this chair is because, first of all, the features are right at your fingertips. Like literally every single feature you need is right here at your fingertips. This is the height. So if you do this, you can raise the height. And over here on the left side, this is why I love this chair. If you lean back and you click this, your chair will stay locked in place. That is a feature that 80% of these chairs that you see here, even in the uber expensive range, cannot do. And for that reason, I just love it. It comes with a headrest, and it's definitely a higher quality of headrest than something like the Hyken. Oh, the other reason why the Hyken is for shorter folks is because the headrest doesn't move up or down. This is static, versus the Neue will move up and down. It's got pretty good comfort overall. Okay, again, full review of that is on my channel. Now, other mid-tier options. I don't have the other two that I would recommend, but the other two are going to be the Sidiz T80, which my friend Dave actually has right now. And the other chair, if you want the highest end mid-tier chair, it's gonna be the Steelcase Leap V2. Do not get the headrest one. Again, full review is gonna be in the description below. The Leap V2 does use total fabric, so it's gonna be a much hotter chair, but it's a premium chair and you get a 12-year warranty. The Sidiz T80, it uses mesh on the back, so it's a little bit more breathable, and it's good for shorter folks and taller folks, as you'll see in just a minute. In the I'm Rich Biotch category, you basically have two chairs. The one I'm sitting in now, which is the remastered Herman Miller Aeron. This is going to be a chair that is the upgraded version of this. You can buy this new. This is the Atlas headrest fabric. This is a new version, which hasn't been released yet, so I can't talk about it too much. I will say it's much better. And yeah, so this is the fully upgraded one here. Again, I have a review of this one. And over there is the Embody. The main differences between the Herman Miller Embody and the Aeron is going to be that the Aeron is much more breathable, it being mesh, but you can only sit properly in this chair because of the hard plastic. So if you're someone who likes to curl your legs, who likes to bundle up in your chair, this is not for you. The Embody, on the other hand, gives you much more flexible seating with a huge seat pad, especially relative to the Aeron, and it can extend out so that, and the arms go up much higher as well. So if you wanted, you could sit cross-legged, and look at how much seat pan room you have, as well as thigh room. So you get all of that. The headrest from Atlas Headrest will come out soon for this in probably about 6 to 8 months. So make sure you guys get subscribed because I'm gonna have the exclusive. Just so that you guys know, I did get to test a really rough prototype and it is super duper comfortable. I don't know how to explain it. The Aeron headrests are good, but the Embody headrest is just on another level. It's just really that comfortable. So again, make sure you get subscribed because I'll be releasing more details as they send it over, and they should be sending me a prototype when it's ready. Okay. Now moving to the taller folks. I forgot to mention, if you're on the shorter end, the Aeron comes in 2 different sizes, A or B. I'm gonna say that if you are 5'4" and below, get an A. If you're 5'4" up to 5'9", even 5'10", 5'11", you should get a size B. So taller folks, what do I recommend for you guys? Well, if you're looking in the budget end, this here is the MFavour ergonomic chair. And I recommend this to about 80% of the people I talk to because for the price point, you just can't beat it. The full mesh, and the mesh is super taut, especially relative to the Hyken and even the autonomous, the Secret Lab Neue chair. It is super taut. It's got excellent ergonomics. The lumbar support is really awesome, and it's just an overall solid chair. This is the chair that I use to record with, but as you guys can see, my feet don't quite touch the ground, which is why I recommend it for taller folks. The headrest also does come out and extend up for, again, taller folks like that. And yeah, if you don't mind using a footrest, I even recommend this for shorter people. So when somebody says like, what chair should I get? I can only spend like 180 to 200 bucks. I recommend this or the Staples Hyken. One of those two chairs, depends on their height. I realized that I just made a huge mess of things. If you are in the mid-tier, again, you have a lot of different options. My recommendations are going to be a used Aeron, but a size C. So if you are, well, let me caveat that. If you're between 5'10" and I think 5'11", then you should still get a size B. But if you're 6 foot or taller, you should really consider getting a size C and consider getting a headrest from Atlas Headrest. It's the guys that I promote because I think they're the best. But I recommend that because that way you'll get additional support, especially on your head and neck area. So that's gonna be the mid-tier range that I recommend. Now, if you are looking for a new mid-tier chair, the Sidiz T80 here, again, is gonna be my choice of chair for you guys. And the reason why is because the T80 has, the back extends a little bit higher for the tall folks, so it's not gonna be as disruptive on your shoulder blades. At least that's what I learned from my tall friend over on The Blind Guys, which is my other channel.
For taller people, I'd say 6 is actually the better choice.
You guys can check it out. Again, I'll link all of that in the links below. Okay, now if you are in the I'm Rich Biotch, money is no issue, again, guys, it's gonna come down to 3 things. It's gonna come to here. I just moved everything around, I'm sorry. The Herman Miller Aeron, the remastered one, a brand new one in the size B or C, depending on your height. If you're 5'8" to 5 foot, or if you're in that 5 foot up to 5 foot, like 11, recommend a B. If you're 6 foot or taller, I'm gonna recommend a size C. And if you are someone who likes the flexible seating, the Embody, again, is gonna be great for you. And you might wonder, like, how is it good for short people and tall people? Well, it's because of the seat pan here. The seat pan can actually extend out and it becomes a lot bigger so that your legs don't feel as truncated when you're sitting in it, so that you get enough support on your bottom thighs. Now, some people have complained, like 6'4" and above, have complained that they just don't get enough like shoulder support. Well, when the headrest comes out for it, that's gonna solve those problems. I talked to a guy who's 6'3" and he used the Atlas headrest, he used the other tester for it, and he said it was fantastic. It provided him shoulder support that he just didn't know he needed on his gaming Embody. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend that, but with a bit of a caveat, it might not be as good if you're 6'4" until the headrest gets here. And if you're someone, again, who has no limitations when it comes to money, I don't have it here, I had to send it back. The Steelcase Gesture with the headrest is gonna be my next recommendation. I think it is a fantastic chair, but it is not for shorter folks because of the way the lumbar sits on shorter folks. It's gonna be better for the taller folks. And again, the headrest is gonna give you a little bit more neck and shoulder support. All right, so that's for the taller folks. Now let's get to the people who want a gaming chair. Let me go ahead and push all these out of the way. Okay, so if you are on the shorter end, I'm gonna say 5'6" or below, you should not get a gaming chair, at least not a typical one. I'm gonna say that if that's you, I really do recommend the Neue over everything because it does offer a very similar feature to what these gaming chairs do because of the fact that you can lean back and lock your chair, which is something that these gaming chairs are able to do. The reason why I say that though is because the seat depth on all of these gaming chairs are just too long. They're just too long, and so if you try to sit properly in any way, I'm so sorry for the so messy. If you try to sit on this chair and you're 5'6", and even for me, I'm 5'6", but you can see if I scooch all the way back, look at where the chair terminates. It terminates right in the what do you call this? The bend here of your knee. If you're shorter than 5'6", it's gonna terminate even before that, and it's gonna cut off circulation to your calves and your legs, and it's not gonna be a good experience. The only people that should be buying a gaming chair if you're shorter than 5'6" are the people who wanna sit like this, or however else. Those are the only people that should be buying it if you're under 5'6". Now, if you're 5'6" to about, I'm gonna say to about 5'11", I'm gonna recommend this chair here. This is the Titan Evo Small, the Titan Evo 2022 Small. I've tested a lot of different gaming chairs, or at least the ones that I think are clever in design, and I don't think you can beat the Titan Evo 2022 right now in terms of comfort and in terms of overall back support. People may disagree with me, but I think that they do the best in terms of their seat is not as restricting when it comes to the bottom parts, meaning that you can spread your legs out, you can curl them up, you can do whatever you want. Some gaming chairs have them raised really high, like Razer. Even the older Secretlab chairs have that as well, but you can see these are very shallow. And for me, these shoulder pads allow me to flex my back fully. If you're on the wider end, you might feel a little bit of turtling, but if you're smaller like me, I'm not small in terms like I'm pretty heavy set, I've gained a bit of weight, but if you are on the smaller end, if your shoulders are smaller, you shouldn't have a problem with that. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm gonna recommend a small all the way up to from 5'6", all the way up to about 5'8". Now, if you're 5'9" or taller, I'm gonna recommend that you get the regular, right? And this is even all the way up to 6'2", 6'3", and I know Secretlab doesn't say that. I know their sizing guide is different, but I promise you guys, they're wrong. And the reason why is because I personally tested these with some of the blind guys, and that review is gonna be coming up soon. I'm gonna be doing a sizing guide, a proper sizing guide on these gaming chairs, and my 6'2" friend said like, hey, this is perfect for me. And this is the regular size, and Secretlab actually recommends this for shorter folks. So yeah, this is going to be for all the way up between 5'8", all the way up to 6'2", 6'3". So this is the regular here. Again, the same reasons. The bottom is not as restricting, the back goes wide, and it doesn't come in as much, so you're not curling, and it gives you lumbar support on the back more so than at least any other fabric gaming chair right now on the market. So that's gonna be my recommendation if you're looking for a gaming chair. Again, I would still say that, hey, the Neue, don't look past this. I know a lot of people complain about the mesh, but God, it's so comfortable. It's still my wife's favorite chair. And yeah, I just wish they fixed this mesh, and then it would legitimately be like the best gaming chair. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my categories. Let me know if you want me to expand it a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This took a lot of work. It doesn't seem like it because the set looks crappy, but having to run all these chairs out of its various rooms, down the stairs, into the basement, and having to run them back up, God, my back can't do this anymore. So if you guys like this video, if you appreciate it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know you guys appreciate it. If you guys dislike it, let me know that as well and how I can improve. Until next time, guys, stay safe. And as always, stay honest.